Bring it out. I be telling all my business on YouTube. On my
You do.
YouTube channel,
I watch it.
sometimes I'll be like, yo, I be saying a bit too much. But nah, I'm an artist. My life, I feel like, is here to inspire. We're kind of like slept on. So that's why we both are just like, oh, you in the Bronx. I'm out here in Brooklyn. Let's do an album and show these people what we could do.
Oh, forget to step in like pedestrian. Runway to a flight. Some bathe on the island. Some say careful of that gun spray. Wildland. Some laid. Told his mom to be brave. They see Ravi eating and couldn't stomach the pain.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bex again from On the Mic with Bex. I'm here in the studio with Joey, our co-producer, and we got our engineer and co-producer Sly from the Dope Rebels. Today, our guest, very special, as all our guests are special. We got Passpot Rav in the building, and I'm so excited to interview him. And I'm really excited for his post-performance. So y'all stay tuned. Hey, everybody. So what's up, Passpot Rav? Tell everybody where you're from, where you rep.
What's up, Bex? I'm from Jersey, Essex County, to be exact. Been in Brooklyn some years. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah. So being a New Jerseyite, moving and maneuvering in the underground music industry of Brooklyn, how's that been for you since you moved out here?
Oh, it's been great. New York has truly elevated my life, my career. Yeah, everything just elevated as soon as I moved out here. Cause I'm a go getter, you know. So if you're a go getter in New York, there's plenty of things to get.
Yeah, that's cool. So I guess one of my first questions I really want to get into is I noticed that you do play a couple of instruments or you pick up a couple of instruments. When did music, like, can you pinpoint a point in your childhood where it was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm interested in. This is what's calling to me. This is my artistry. This is my gift. This is what I want to give to the world. What point in your life were you like, I need to learn how to, or do you read music or do you just like play by ear? Like,
By ear, all the spirits, the ancestors tell me what to play.
they whisper to
They
you?
just be like, yo, make this beat right now.
And what's
then,
the like? What are your musical influences? Like, do you just like? I know that you have a lot of jazz, rhythm and blues kind of inspired beats. But what really like was it the beats? Were you a producer first or a rapper first, or did it all come together? Like, how do you play the field of like being both a producer and a rapper in this game?
Well, Kanye definitely was like my biggest influence like really brought me to life. I feel like seeing his grind and how he came up as a producer rapper. He was the first one to really show me like, oh, like I could do both because I've been in love with both all my life. Just as in hip hop in general, like rappers would amaze me, and my rappers growing up. But then when, somewhere between like, hearing old school hip hop and then like the late 90s when it started getting more musical and when they started sampling classical music and jazz music and opera music, all sorts of things. And I'll just be like, wow, like there's so much you could do with it that's when it really intrigued me and made me want to be a producer also. Because hip hop introduced me to all genres of music. Like I grew up in a Jamaican ass household where like all I heard was reggae growing up. So hip hop is really what introduced me to American soul music and all sorts of things that I would have never discovered if it wasn't for hip hop.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
I guess I also want to know, like, I've noticed on your IG, I do follow you. You've been going to a lot of these beat battles. I've never heard of that. See, I've always heard of like freestyle battles, like people going to underground places, like really just hashing it out. But what is that experience like? When was your first experience? When were you introduced to that?
Good question. I Standard. That's when I was going to I Standard events when I was still living in Jersey. I Standard. Damn, I done forgot the CEO's name, but he was definitely pivotal in the career at one point. But it's slipping me. But yeah, no, I Standard was the first like producer showcase that introduced me to that scene. And yeah, yo, since I've been back from my birthday trip, it's been dope. I had like 4 shows in the city, couple beat shows, couple performances, and they're great. It's just like producer nerds just showing off, just in a room showing off all their gadgets, and it's like show and tell, you know what I mean? And I love it. It's just all the different sounds and angles where you could take this thing, you know?
I see you growing your community from them too. Like you're finding like another home in Brooklyn or in the tri-state, if you will, because I know you go like all over for that, and I love seeing that. I watch everybody's social media and their interactions and stuff, and like how they grow and how they connect, how they network. That's kind of why I started what I started, so that everybody can kind of connect and grow. And I love to see that part of you, because I feel like when I first met you, you were like, I'm a rapper too. Like, Kimmy like kept throwing that out there, and I'm like, I know you're a rapper, but like you're musically like musically your production is sick. I really wish you the best in that field too, because that's where the coin is too. Okay, y'all, that's where the coin is.
It's funny. I made more money as a rapper than a producer.
Oh,
like,
spill the
overall,
tea. Tell us
for
about your
sure.
money.
For sure. I mean, I love making beats. I love doing both, but like, if we talking monetarily,
Mad Capricorn of you.
if we talking monetary, yeah, no, rapping, you know, I'm just blessed. I can't complain. Like this indie hustle, putting in the work, even before like, because I remember I went on this trip for the B-Day last month, and I was just like, yo, like I'm putting in all this work. I feel like people are sleeping on me. I should be getting more shows. And I just kept putting out beat videos and performance little videos and this, that, and the other. And then by the time I got back, I had 4 shows lined up. So it's just like, yeah, just putting in the work and seeing the results. It's really cool.
Like, what would you give advice to somebody who's also like, because it's a 2-part question. Is your end goal to get signed, or are you going to continue this indie hustle? Also, part B of the question would be, what is your advice to other people taking this indie hustle route? Like, what are some of your experiences, good and bad?
So if I'm looking for a deal, I would like a partnership. I feel like I'm at that point where I am showing growth. All my platforms are growing. My subscribers, people that find my music, my fan base is growing. So I deserve some sort of help. Financially, you know, with these labels and something not, you know, I definitely don't need like a sucker deal, but definitely some sort of help because I just know if I had a bigger budget, I would just create a bigger wave, because with my little budget of $1,000 here and there budget, like if I had a bigger budget, it'd grow exponentially. So definitely would like that, but that's not like, and like that's not going to stop me from being independent and doing my own thing, because I've made money. I've made some decent things, made some decent like improvements in my career by myself, no manager. And your second question,
like your advice to newbies, kind of navigating.
You just better love it. You have to love it. You have to love it like anything. Like if you want to make a marriage work, you got to work through the hard times. You got to make that marriage work when you don't feel like it. And as a woman, you got to top your man off when you don't feel like topping your man off. As a man, you got to take that chick out on a date, even when like, you know, you got to figure out some way to get creative. You have to love it. You have to love what you're doing, because you're really
analogies.
Wasting time if you don't love it, because you're not always going to want to do it. I don't always feel like making beats, rapping, showing up to podcast interviews, showing up to shows, showing up to this, you know, like on a Sunday, you know, like you're not always going to feel like it. And, you know, and sometimes you got to work a 9 to 5. You might have to wake up at 7 a.m. and get to creating or do some admin work. You know, if you want that bread for what you create, and there's hours of admin work you got to do. So, or have a management or somebody who's smart enough to know how to register all your music and make sure you're getting your coins for your work. So yeah, you just got to love it.
Yeah, that's wow. He's here on a Sunday at my podcast. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you love it and that you're here. I appreciate it. You know, I always ask artists that. I'm like, it's hard creating. Like I write, you know, and it's like every day I make sure I write at least one sentence. I give myself that grace, because I know some days I'm not going to want to edit. I know some days I'm not going to want to, you know, I'm not going to want to write no damn prose. I want to lay in bed. But if I could just even write one sentence, I can put together a piece. So I understand that. Like, if you love it, you will put that effort into it. So I kind of want to jump into your latest project, Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get into some of the songs. One of my favorite jams. I do like Broken Glass. It's cute. It's a cute bop. But I really want to get into the lyricism and the meaning behind that song, Black Man's Journey, because it's clearly, it's clearly about, something relatable to you. So speak on that, because I know that in the past you've really I really applaud you for your support of like just loving all things Black, supporting the Black community, really pushing for Black greatness. Like Malcolm on Twitter was one of my favorites. I told you that was my bot. I really love the visuals for that as well. So what was your thought process behind writing Black Man's Journey?
The beat definitely gave me that kind of Ghostface Killer vibe. I can't even. You got me tipsy, so the name of the song is slipping me. But just like the Ghostface Killer plucking roaches out the cereal box vibe. That's what that beat gave me. Just talking about the hardships and coming up as a Black man. The journey. As mental health, I believe, all humans deal with that. So it's just like if you're a human, you're dealing with mental health. So it's like mental health, but the underlying layer is being a Black man with mental health issues that you're battling. So it's like racial and mental. So yeah, that's what that song is about. The beats always speak to me. The beats just bring it out. Once I hear a beat, it literally triggers something in me that just makes my writing come out. And yeah.
I really like that about like how that you always incorporate in some of your songs like the mental health journey. Just like I know you go. I want to spill your business. I'm like I know you go to therapy.
Nah,
Most Black
bring
men.
it out. Bring it out. I be telling all my business on YouTube. On my
You
YouTube
do.
channel.
I watch
sometimes I'll be like, yo, I be saying a bit too much. But nah, I'm an artist. My life, I feel like, is here to inspire or help somebody relate. So it is what it is. Take my life.
No, I've definitely like come to you for like mental health stuff. Like, like you give me some good links and some good advice. And I appreciate that as well. I guess I kind of want to know, let's get into a fun question that I do like to ask some artists, like who's your current inspiration right now? And what's your dream collab for right now? Not like in the past, but right now today, if you can be like, yo, I want to collab with this artist and they could be underground, whatever.
Collab. Who do I really want to collab with right now?
Wow.
I've collabed with a lot of artists that I love and like want to continue collabing with. But honestly, like off top, if I'm Quille Chris and Cavalier, I love those guys, and they're friends, and we have songs together. Me and Cav have a song. That's not out yet, but me and Quille Chris got a song that's out, and I just really love the introspective rap. But so now that I'm talking and getting the juices going, Earl Sweatshirt for sure.
Oh,
like
I
Earl
love
Sweatshirt.
Earl Sweatshirt. He's such a
Like,
poet.
Yeah. I would love to be in a room with him and get something going because definitely been amazing me for years. Been a fan for years. So
Lyrically, like just no bones. Like just very flexible. I love Hive. I love Sunday. I love all of them songs. Get him in here. But yeah, I could definitely see you doing some shit with Earl. That is a vibe. And I guess let's talk about your future project. I see you said you're doing a group project coming up.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Thanks for reminding me. Yes, absolutely. I always think my next project is my best project. Me and Blue Azul from Azul from the Bronx, we got a joint project coming out with. It's a collab with multiple producers in the community. So we reached out to a bunch of producers to send us beats. We blended it all together and DJs. We got a trumpet player on there. We got a singer on there. And I executive produced it pretty much, collabing along with Blue to just put it all together. And I produced on there. So it's just something great something to showcase the community and this community in New York, worldwide. That's like this community of my genre of hip hop that I love. And it's called 83. It's coming out in March. And we're shooting a video right after this podcast. You know what I mean? We're going to shoot our second video for this. We got videos coming for it. And yeah, I look forward to this because I also feel like me and Blue, we're kind of like slept on a little bit. We're like in the background a bit, in my opinion, like in this community because we're a little alternative. You know, we're not like majority of people in the community. I feel like it's just gun busting, brick selling, flipping, you know what I mean? And it's still dope. I'm not knocking it, but because we're a bit more on the poetic side, the introspective side, we're kind of like slept on. So that's why we both are just like, oh, you in the Bronx, I'm out here in Brooklyn. Let's do an album and show these people what we could do.
And I can't wait.
So yeah, I can't wait to put it out.
What is the time frame for that?
In a month. We try and put this out in a month. So whenever this podcast interview come out at the end of March,
it's gonna coincide.
The album called 83 is gonna come out. It's gonna be out on DSPs, and yeah, gonna have some visuals for it. I look forward to it for sure. Bringing something unique to this community of hip hop.
And we're excited and we're happy to have you here. Can you tell us where we can find you? Like, give us all your platforms where we can find your music. Your YouTube, everything.
So youtube.com/Passpot Rav. I be going live and really like spilling my guts, just trying to give advice. And like I go lives, talk about mental health, talk about dating, talk about all sorts of things. So subscribe to my YouTube. Instagram, I go live and make beats. So the IG is Passpot_Rav. And yeah, if you want to really put money in my pockets directly to my bills, go to Bandcamp. And Bandcamp, you can purchase things like bandanas and tapes and CDs and vinyl. And you could just give me money if you really appreciate me.
What's your Bandcamp link?
Bandcamp is just Passpot Rav. Everything Passpot Rav. So it should be bandcamp.com/Passpot Rav, or just Google Passpot Rav and however you want to support. Streams are cool. I appreciate the streams. But the money helps.
Yes,
you know
give
what I mean?
my son some coin.
You know what I mean? But yeah, all of the things help. All the streams help because we monetize and everything. So yeah, if you rock with me, support. And yeah, appreciate this opportunity to broadcast my brand to your following.
All right, you guys stay tuned. We got a performance from Passpot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rap some bars.
We're excited.
Yo, this is Passpot Rav. What it sound like? I'm about to get into a couple tracks off of the EP Savoir Faire. You know what I mean? Then we get into another joint. You know, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to hip hop. Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, hip hop. Yeah, important. Yes. Maybe we can get a little bit more volume up in here in this room, maybe. But listen, banderas with the slammer in the sleeve, leaving you breathing through mechanical machines. Either damn you do or damn you be seen. So what's the tangible? My man's a bull, he the man you to pieces. And I'm godly like militant, the army type. Was taught to carve the mic like you trying to guard your life. Trekking through the darkest night, drilling Tiffany, I had an epiphany. The one God got rid of would have surely got rid of me. Serendipitous, rare and vicious, chucked a bear for hiccup. A vision you wouldn't dare to picture. I got too many women to be sweating one. You be stressing them, turning them off. Get to stepping like pedestrian. Runway to a flight. Some bathe on the island. Some say careful of that gun spray. Wildin'. Some late told his mom to be brave. They see Ravi eating and couldn't stomach the pain. These niggas vultures in need of paper. I'ma see you later. These bitches treat me like Pootie in the elevator. She in the movie, jacuzzi with little makeup. She feeling groovy, that loose leaf forget to cake up. However said, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, you know when I'm coming to see shorty. Had that pussy like WD-40, said to reach for me. If you ever see me slipping, couldn't get it. Tried to box me, couldn't fit it. Baby said she want the life of a pamphlet, trying to show me the landing strip while I'm departing, demanding trips. With the window seat, I look at skylines with the distant high rise. Since I left the Zaza, it's my time. Need a verse? That turnaround is too seamless. We strong, you can smell it through a Zoom meeting. So egregious, if you hating, hold the penis. No, I seen those broken days and lonely evenings. Shit done broke my heart, became a man whore. Had bitches sitting on my face like a tanning board. And fuck too many women, now my man is sore. Took off on the ground and we land ashore. There ain't enough ginger in this smoothie. Reality is feeling like a movie nowadays. Niggas ain't fighting, get the toolie nowadays. Listen to my gut and let it school me nowadays. Is this the new gold era? Tommy tags and low sweaters. Couldn't know no better. Cause I would blame myself if I let you get the best of me. Wait until they get this recipe. Is this the new gold era? Tommy tags and low sweaters. Couldn't know no better. Cause I will play myself if I let you get the best of me. Wait until they get this recipe. Helicopters flying low and shook the crib up. You be talking loud just to appear tough. Why you acting when you softer than a beer's gut? As if this world ain't weird enough. Am I really that toxic? Cause I told Shorty to call out of work just to top me. There's only one of me, she called me cocky. Alright, let's get into another joint. Another joint real quick, you know what I mean? I go by the name Passpot Rav. This right here is Stock Market, produced by Set Bash. Yeah, pick up the pieces, niggas slacking off. It's very apparent these are the times you toughen up and grab your balls. They blasting off, get flesh wound and laughed it off. My mind be gliding at a swifter rate. The Grandmaster, every move that I think of got like 50 paces. I'm channeling my inner being, gambling for bigger schemes. Bigger crib with a mantle, controlled by dizzy screens. Lights voice activated, had a moist masturbating. Told me this pussy was mine, swore an affidavit. Roll exotics, gotta watch your co-pilot. Niggas will pull up in disguises, masked up, but it ain't no virus. From the eyelids, whiter than Miley Cyrus. But can't live in fear. Told her body don't try to sleeping with underwear. She obliged and told me that I could choke her harder. I don't normally do sleepovers, your throat was farther than I ever felt. Ravioli of ravenous, however spelt. The flow reaches where the melody can't. And got the name Passport from the 20th stamp. You better off being quiet. What I'm really trying to say is you ain't got enough knowledge for these conversations. Niggas never left the country, do the most talking. Your perspective is limited while I float. Timing and profits, timing and profits. It's timing and profits like the stock market. Get in and get out of, had to plan solid. Written down, all mapped out. Too many fake ass rappers that just want clout. Timing and profits, timing and profits. Pussy and money, go to war over pussy and money. Miss say you really must take me for dummy. Are an idiot, please get them hecklers from me. Me no need that, all I want is checks and the money. Really, the minimum past the play shit is crashing. Armageddon, final moments, I'll be eating laughing. These rappers know me, never wanna have no spit with him. Library conversations, niggas get the whispering. Who's this and food glisten on the kitchen counter? Never thought I'd live this life up. Been on many trips, drove out on many whips. Not a new 30-year goal is to forever live. Important.
Jada has $1 bill,
Important.
1 quarter, and 2 pennies.
I go by the name Passport Rav. You can find me on all streaming platforms. Thank you for supporting me. Shout out to Bex.
Thank you all for tuning in, watching, listening. That was Passport Rav. You can find him right here on IG. And if you want to come on my podcast, you're a local artist in the tri-state area, follow me on IG at onthemicwithbex. That's one word, it's right here. And slide in my DMs like a Jamaican bobsledder, and we'll see if we can get you on the show. Till next time, take care.